And I see my big giant head. Hi, everybody, it's Big Ed Mustafa. Welcome to another edition of Adventures After Dark. I am joined by my stalwart companion, the lovely and effervescent Zinger. Hello, Zinger. How the heck are you?
Hello, I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing terrific. It was a beautiful, almost summer like day here in Nebraska. Mrs. Mustafa hasn't murdered me in my sleep, and I just restocked the fridge with Coke Zero today. Life couldn't be better. It is nice. We will be continuing our adventures on Arkenstone with Galandriel and Loonkeg. I assume you're bringing Loonkeg.
Yeah.
All right. And tonight, I believe I will be venturing out into the Ironfold, which is exciting because that means new crafting stuff. I'm actually happy to report that I've been playing a bit more Lotro lately and enjoying it again more too. Kind of getting my crafting and fishing juices going. We've got that group playing on Evernight on Wednesdays, and I don't know. It's just with Summer Festival coming up and a lot to look forward to. We've got the new update and new areas to play in, and it's all good. And
Got to make sure you have a new fishing pole for that Summerfest, huh?
absolutely. I think I'm rocking the new fishing pole. I think I trashed my piece of crap junk Rohirric fishing rod because it was only +8. I am rocking the exquisite Elven fishing rod, which is a full +10 fishing rod. I couldn't be more excited about it. So we got Snorblom checking in. Ayo, the awesome Apulu Felgar. Avoiding Wheel popping in to say hello, Big Ed and Zinger. Good evening to you, Avoiding Wheel.
Good
And
evening.
I was hanging out and checking in with the Pulu yesterday, watching him play and stream some Star Trek Online. Looked like he was having a pretty good time with that. You guys probably all already are following Apulu Felgar. If not, shame on you. Pop over to his channel immediately, throw him a follow, and apologize for missing out on the fun. So, yeah, that's a thing. And we finally got that stupid quest finished up last week. I was excited about that. I thought I was going to die of old age before I found, what was it, the last rumor I was looking for?
Yeah.
That was an annoying little gotcha. That last ring didn't show up on the minimap.
I'm
But,
trying to think how much if you actually did have any more Erebor quests left. I think I might bring my Hunter actually.
okay.
'Cause I think my Guardian has run through those quests in the Iron Hills and the Green Mountains, so I'd probably rather have someone that hasn't done it so I can be on the same quest
All
as I
right.
go around.
Yeah, sounds good. So I have some exciting news from real life today. I've been predicting all along that I thought, at least in my neck of the woods, life would begin returning to normal probably around mid-May. Things would look pretty much not entirely like they used to, but a lot more closer to last summer than to last month. Mrs. Mustafa and I went to load up on Coke Zero. We're walking through our local Spartan Nash grocery store, and guess what was on the shelf? Toilet paper, just sitting there for sale. They didn't have a velvet rope around it. They didn't have security guards handing it out 4 rolls at a time. You could just walk up to the shelf, grab a pack of Charmin, and head to the checkout counter. And we still don't really need any, so we got through that whole crisis just with what Mrs. Mustafa already had on hand. So now, in all fairness, we did not eat a lot of Taco Bell while we've been, hanging out at home. Otherwise, things could have gotten a little dicey there, but we're good. So I'm excited to see that. And I think we start reopening businesses on Monday. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty excited about going out and getting a haircut. Might take 3 or 4 weeks to get an appointment, though. There's going to be quite a backlog of people. So haircuts will be nice. And that's a thing.
You mean you weren't going to trust Mrs. M with a pair of scissors in your head?
No. The temptation would be just too great. So am I looking for a hunter named Zinger?
Yeah, I'm loading in eventually.
Okay. Puppet Box checking in. First Adventures After Dark of May 2020. I was just getting ready to go live, and my exact words to Zinger were, "I better start the stream. It's 9:59 p.m. Eastern, and if I'm late, I don't want Puppet Box giving me the business." So, very punctual viewer, Puppet Box. I appreciate it. I try to be a punctual streamer. So. In fact, I think the Iowa governor opened up the state of Iowa this week. I even said to Mrs. M, I was like, "You want to go over to Council Bluffs and sit down and eat in a restaurant?" And it was like, "Nah. It'll be nice to actually sit down and eat in a restaurant, but not so nice we actually want to go across the river to Iowa." So I hope everybody out there is safe and well, and you guys will be opening for business again soon as well. I understand the state of Texas is ending most of their lockdown stuff. California extended theirs for the rest of May. So I know it's kind of hit and miss. I just hope everybody's safe and healthy and looking forward to the start of summer. And I guess as long as we're saying hi and thanking people, last week's stream once again broke the 400 views mark on the Lotro YouTube channel. I am extremely thankful for the folks who have been going out and watching that. If you don't get a chance to catch Zinger and me live on Friday nights, just go to youtube.com/Lotro, and I think Cordovan and I are the only two people regularly putting up streams. His is far more informational, and mine is more kind of a, if this idiot can do it, you can do it better kind of stream. But it's still a valuable service in that regard, so hopefully you can watch me, learn from my mistakes, and then go out and, chew through orcs at a much better clip than I do. But hey, we're here to have fun, and that we usually do succeed at, so that's kind of the main point. Alright, everybody get your guesses in. Let's see what the hobbits have for me tonight, and hopefully we'll give a chance to give away a new car. Let's see what we have. Get those guesses in. Let's see what chat thinks is coming. Oh, Ardith Angelus says, "Hi, first time here. South Carolina is opening the state as well. Congratulations, Ardith." South Carolina is a beautiful state. Puppet Box says Dale Crams. Let's see if Puppet Box gets a new car. Battle Potion of Restoration. Better luck next week, Puppet Box. I was rooting for you. And the virtue points don't count. I would have welcomed Dale Crams, although actually, one of my long-term goals is to actually bother to get to Mickle Delving and join the Cooks Guild and start working on guild rep.
Oh boy.
That would be a good thing. I can't imagine how much fun all of that guild rep is going to be. This is not a functioning forge.
Yeah, the first time you do it, it's like an hour trying to figure out all the ingredients you need and just make a punch.
Well, yeah, it's true. I haven't seen what the guild recipes look like before. As many characters as I have and as many crafting guilds as I've joined, I have never before had a character in the Cooks Guild. I've been told that's a terrible mistake, that the Cook's Guild is great. You could make a lot of money selling stacks of food. I do play the auction house a bit, but mostly just to help other players out and pass along a nice piece of loot that I just don't happen to need. Or actually with Galandriel for a while, I was crafting level 100 Honorian armor, which is pretty good, especially if you can crit when you craft it. And that was selling pretty good for a while. What else have I sold in the auction house? Scholarly stuff is highly useful, and I'm surprised that it doesn't sell better than it does. At least I haven't had much luck here on Arkenstone. And I don't think Zinger cares enough to bother buying and selling on the auction house, do you?
No, not really. Like
Not really your
sometimes,
bag.
no, I don't really like need the money. Sometimes, like if I just get recipes, I'll put them up for like 50, silver or something like that. Cheap enough so people can fill out their own crafting recipes.
Yeah, and like I said, in a way you can help out other players. Let's say you don't have a scholar and you keep getting piles of scholarly items. Well, you can sell them to a vendor, which doesn't really help anybody except put a little silver in your pocket. But if you go to the auctioneer and you put them up for sale for 48 hours at, say, 5 times the vendor price, somebody who's trying to level up a scholar is going to thank you for selling them the stuff. You'll make a lot more money and help out a fellow player. So the auction house isn't always about greed. I mean, you can help out other players and make a little bit of extra coin at the same time. I myself have already confessed to having a horrible, horrible stat tome addiction. And I've showed this before. If you do a search under stat tomes and you select sort by usable, it will automatically pull up the stat tomes you can actually use first. Now, I've only got 326 gold on me because, like I said, I have a horrible stat tome addiction. But I can sort through the pages, and if there's a stat tome I can use, it'll appear at the top of the list. Like, here's a Vitality 15 tome. They want 5,200 gold pieces for it. So I am about 4,874 gold pieces short of being able to buy that out. So I'll probably have to pass on that. Do you have an extra 5,000 gold you could lend me, Zinger?
Not quite.
All right. I wouldn't if I were you because I'm not very trustworthy, but that's okay. Now this Might 14 tome looks a little more manageable. It's not quite 1,000 gold pieces. Going from Will 5 to Will 6 on a champion, probably not my highest priority. Couldn't afford that tome if I wanted to. Nothing on page 4. Nothing on page 5. Nothing on page 6. Aurora Ember says, hi, Zinger and voice. Hello, Aurora Ember. Ardith says, nice. Have you visited before? I'm in Charleston. My dad and I used to take a not quite annual trip to Myrtle Beach. We'd go in the off season, usually mid-February, when it would still be snowing like crazy here in Nebraska, and it would be in like the mid-60s and sunny in South Carolina. And loved playing. One of my favorite courses actually is Myrtle Beach National. It's set back a little bit from the coast, and it's nice and hilly, and the whole course is carved out of pine trees, just meaning that it's a pine tree forest, and the golf course is laid out amongst the trees. And I think they actually have some senior tour events there from time to time. It's a beautiful course. Love to go down there, hang out for a week, golf, and it was just dirt cheap to do it at that time of the year too. And by the time February rolls around, most Nebraskans are pretty well stir crazy with cabin fever. Nothing like this year, but fortunately we had a fairly mild winter. Otherwise, we'd have all been chomping at the bit to get the hell out of our houses by now. But we did not have a shelter-in-place order. We've been able to move around fairly freely, and ironically, the city of Omaha left the golf courses open and running, even though the mayor closed the city parks, which was highly annoying. A lot of the golf courses are in fact city-owned parks, but they were exempt from that. They closed the park where my radio control flying field is, and we were just able to finally get back in there a week or two ago, much to the joy of the guys. Except the problem was, like today, it was low 80s, sunny, beautiful summer day. The wind was blowing about 20 miles an hour, so I don't think anybody got a lot of flying done. But yeah, if you haven't been to South Carolina, if you live in the upper half of the country, it's a wonderful place to visit. The people are hospitable, tons of things to see and do all time of the year. And if you like to shoot a round of golf once in a while, definitely a nice place to hang out. I'll enjoy South Carolina quite a bit. Druid's Fire checking in. Hello, Druid's Fire. Hey, Ed, I did a task item quest today. Fantastic. Ardith is in Charleston. Lovely city. I think we have some friends who live there, the Junkins. Zendro says, I grew up in the Myrtle Beach area. My wife and I live in Columbia. Cool. Oh, Ardith works in marine science here in Charleston, and our funding was pulled at the start of the lockdown, so I've been going stir crazy. Well, marine science is important. Speaking as somebody who likes to fish in Lotro, fish in real life, catch fish, eat fish, raise fish. At one time I actually thought about going into marine biology or ichthyology as a discipline, and it's one of those things that's just been kind of a lifelong love for me. I tell the story before about I was fishing with a buddy of mine up in Minnesota. We went on a vacation to Lake Vermilion in the Iron Hills, and while we were in the boat, we were set upon by a game and parks official who was just coming by and checking fishing permits and stuff. Didn't hassle us too much. We were out in the boat, and he just kind of came alongside us and he said, "Hi guys, how's it going?" "Oh, not too bad. How are you?" He's like, "Oh, no problem. Just checking with folks on the lake. What are you fishing for?" And I jokingly said, "Well, we're trying to catch walleye, but with the luck we're having, we may as well be trying to catch coelacanth." And one of the reasons I liked my buddy is he actually got that joke. Game and Parks guy had no idea what the hell I was talking about, but CCU is fantastic. I've been working with sharks for 10 years now. It's definitely a great career path. I think it's kind of a shame that most people don't realize sharks are actually endangered. A number of species are being hunted almost to the point of extinction. And I know Gordon Ramsay did a special about the evils of shark fin soup and how it's causing Asian fishing fleets to go all the way to Central and South America, and they're fishing out shark populations just basically to collect the fins. And the work you guys are doing to help catalog and preserve species and maintain habitat, it's very underappreciated, and it's a shame the general public doesn't know more about the problems of endangered shark species. CCU is fantastic. Well, plug away. It sounds like a great program. And Snorblom says, our governor extended our lockdown another month. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. It's weird is Nebraska, University of Nebraska is one of two infectious disease isolation hospitals in the country. They were flying Ebola patients here during one of the last scares, and they brought patients who tested positive who came back from Asia. This was the first place where they brought a lot of people, and Camp Ashland is just west of town, about 25 miles, and they had a National Guard camp that they set up as a quarantine encampment for people returning to the country. And in spite of that, our area has really had a very low incident of infection, and I don't want to say it's been much ado about nothing here, but I'll just say that we've been very lucky, and it's kind of bypassed our area. So originally it started out that my particular county had most of the cases in the state, and then the numbers just stopped dead, and more rural parts of the state were more impacted than Omaha was. And they once did a joke about Nebraska's second congressional district. It's basically just Omaha and a little bit of the surrounding county, and they called it the part of Nebraska that people live in. During football Saturdays, the three largest cities in the state of Nebraska are Omaha, the capital Lincoln, Nebraska, and then Memorial Stadium. The Husker football stadium holds more people than Nebraska's third largest city, Grand Island. So it drops to fourth if the Huskers are playing at home. Not a lot of folks here, a lot of cattle, but Snorblom says we must have been naughty for beyond restriction another month. Yeah, if you don't listen to mom and dad, you get your grounding extended. Artist says thanks for that. They're a keystone species in an ecosystem. Without them, it's a terrifying thought. Yeah, you know, if you don't have the sharks, the whole thing breaks down. I don't think people realize how important those predators are. You know, just in fishing in general, the last 20 years, there's been a move from I want to catch the biggest, baddest trophy fish to you can keep fish as long as they're from this size to this size, but if it's this small, you got to throw it back, and if it's a whopper, you need to put it back because the system needs those apex predators out there keeping other populations in check. And without shark populations being healthy, it's tough to maintain the rest of the ecosystem. So keep up the good work, and it sounds like if you're passionate about what you're researching, you don't really work a day in your life. That must be nice to have a career that you're passionate about. I wish I could say I was that excited about IT at this day and age, but I still like what I do for a living. Am I fascinated by it? Do I wake up every day excited to go to work? I used to. Hopefully it'll be that way again. But it may not be the career as much as it might be just individual specific situations. So hopefully Snorblom will get ungrounded soon and get to enjoy some fresh air and sunshine. A lot of weird stuff going on. It's like, well, we're not going to open restaurants, but the beaches are open. Or people getting yelled at for not wearing masks when they're not within 10 feet of anybody else. So we'll get back to normal. It's going to take some time. But speaking of normal, I can't afford any of these stat tomes, so it's probably time to move on from the auctioneer. Always fun to check. And I suppose if I really wanted to, I could sell some of that giant pile of stat tomes I have stashed in my shared vault. So Zinger and I are fellowed up. I still don't see Zinger on my mini-map. Do I need to leave the hall under the mountain?
Yeah, I'm outside.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know where you need to go for your quest, but
Yeah, I was just going to take a look at the quest log and see what we've got going on here.
you said coelacanth, and it made me think. I'm pretty sure I learned what a coelacanth was from either Sega bass fishing or Sega marine fishing.
Was the coelacanth catchable in Sega marine fishing? That would be awesome.
I think so. I think there was it's been a while since I played it, but I know Sega bass fishing was basically just bass. I don't remember at the very end if you could catch a coelacanth like in a bonus level. But Sega marine fishing had a lot more variety to it.
For those of you not familiar with the coelacanth, it's a prehistoric fish that was thought to have been extinct for the last, 100 million years, 300 million years, 30 million years. It's been a long time since I've read up on it. But a fisherman actually pulled one out of the water off the coast of Madagascar back in like 1926, and it was literally like pulling a dinosaur up from the bottom of the ocean. Scientists were amazed. So if you're fishing in Madagascar and you catch a coelacanth, please catch and release. They're a very rare species. We don't want them going extinct any more than we want sharks or snail darters disappearing on us. Show off. You know, with those parkour moves like that, you'd be great at Apex Legends. Be able to hop up on top of objects and snipe from above, and I get wrecked by dudes like that all the time. Eldolith has joined. Hello, Eldolith and Raiders. Thank you for coming by Adventures After Dark. Oh, we were going to check the quest log, Zinger. Let's see what we got.
And check where you are in the Black Book as well. That picks up
Black Book of Mordor?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 6.2, Spies in the Forest.
Oh, okay, so I guess that's still in Delagoth or something.
Mm-hmm. I've got a quest called Task at Hand. That's just the daily task special. I don't like doing daily tasks.
Yeah.
Psych. I love daily tasks. I've got a quest in the Waste still. I have to free the horses in Lane Reuven. Wrath and Ruin. Defeat the Gloom of Nirn. I have a lot of quests.
Mm-hmm.
At one time, these were almost all wiped. Dwarf Holds, Arid Mithrin. Marks of a Conspiracy. The State of the Expedition. Into the Ironfold. Eldolith says, cookies for everyone. It's an Eldorade. I love cookies. Hard hit, howdy. Hard hit remembers reading about the coelacanth. Yeah, it's a big, ugly, prehistoric-looking fish. Probably scared the poop out of the fisherman who reeled it in. That is one of the things I love about fishing, is you get that tug on the line, and you just don't know what's going to be on the other end. In fact, one of the things I did today, I am licensed to fish, at least in the state of Nebraska. So
Nice.
If the wind quits blowing 25 miles an hour, I'm going to go out and drown some worms and see if I can reel up some fish myself. Eldolith says, Yeppers did some Sims 4 tonight, and while I don't have cookies, it's ice cream time. Ooh. Ice cream always sounds good. So, Erebor. Oh, I have a bunch of Erebor quests, too. Carving out a home, concerning dragons, hunting the north, the Forsaken of Mordor. Arid Lasgden. I've still got some quests to clean up. Bunch of Mordor crap.
I'm pretty sure half of my quest log is just like lost lore. There's so many areas I have to stop.
Okay. Well, lead on. Where do you want to go?
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going, which is why I was reciting all my quest logs to you. Alright, let's do Forsaken of Mordor then, because that's the quest ring I've got pointing at the moment.
Okay.
Aid with hunting in the north and aid with carving out a home. Collect crude stone from the slopes of Erebor and collect slabs of boar meat and cuts of venison. Nobody can tell Gussie Moose that we're hunting venison, please. She's my bae. I hate it when she's mad at me. It's not my fault, it's the dwarves.
So I think the stones are just kind of all scattered around, like these ridges and whatnot.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
And the Erebor Skarn is not the Ironfold stuff I'm going to be looking for.
No.
It's the same old Doomsfold. Just from Erebor and not from Mordor. It's weird that the Skarn would be exactly the same, considering how... Isn't venison from the hinds? Yes.
Sure.
14 cuts of venison. That's a lot of deer to kill. Oh, we got multiple cuts. Technically, you should be able to get venison from moose. Oop, I didn't mean to attack it. I was just trying to read it. It does count towards the Slayer deed for beasts, though. Alright, where'd Zinger get off to? There he is. Sorry about that, Mr. Moose.
I don't have any of these quests on. Is this the thing you're looking for? Like these rocks right here?
Looks like it should be, but no, it's not lit up.
Ooh.
That sure looks like the kind of thing I should be looking for, doesn't it? Don't kill the moose, only the deer. Oh, and maybe boars. Skarn deposit, branches, wolves. Alright, it looks like we're getting 2 cuts per deer, so it's not quite so bad. Oh, I should warn Eldolith that if you ever see Big Ed Mustafa playing The Sims 4, that's actually my niece. She now has full control over my original Origin account. And more wolves. Is that a giant bat we just went past?
Yep.
That was a big bat. Oh, here's a stone. Nope, that's not one of them either. But that sure looks like the kind of thing I should be collecting, doesn't it? Oh, here's one. Where's all the wild boar?
Somewhere in the wild, I guess.
Griffin-Storm, don't rat me out. It wasn't my fault. The dwarfs made me. Coacher Hun says from? Not sure I understand the question. Those are big bats. Those slabs of stone look like they should be lit up, and they're just not. Maybe I should try picking one up anyway. I don't think I've actually clicked on one. That sure looks like a quest rock. It's nothing. I think we're good on deer meat finally.
Of course, once I find a spot that has like 4 of them.
Yep. Now go find a spot that has 4 boars. 4 boar and 7 deer ago. Ooh, I found a dwarf marker on top of a hill. New deed, surveyor of the dwarf markers. Well, that counts for something. What? I have no idea. These stone slabs remain a mystery. Slink says, for a new player, what server do you recommend playing on? Griffin Storm asks, are you from Europe or North America? North America. Ooh, you found a boar. I almost got to take a swing at that one. I'll see if this wolf has any boar meat on him. Beast Slayer Advanced complete. Feral Battle Cat. I play on Brandywine, Crick Hollow, and Arkenstone most regularly. All are excellent servers. The new Legendary servers are only available to VIP or lifetime subscribers. What are those two?
Anor and Ithel.
There you go. Gladden and Landerval are also popular with North American players. And there's a role-playing server that I don't go on because I've just got to be me. The only role-playing I do is normally with Mrs. Mustafa, and it's usually like the Empress and the Slave Boy. And I usually get the short end of the stick on that deal, so I'm not a fan of role-playing.
Yikes.
Why do I have to be your human footstool? We have a perfectly good ottoman right over there. Shut up, slave! Yes, dear. Common conversation around my house. I'm not saying Mrs. Mustafa isn't nice. She's just not nice to me. If you were married to me, you'd understand. Ooh, I almost got a swing at that going too. That's a bull, not a boar. That's a wolf. That's a hind. Hind or hind? There we go. Nice job on the boar meat.
Mhm.
Ooh, a treasure cache. Druid's Fire says all of the servers are physically in New Jersey. Take that as you will. A lot of data centers in New Jersey. What did we get? Jade gemstones. That is fantastic. Quest available. The Scourge. That looks like a full fellowship quest for level 115. Shall we decline that?
Yeah.
Branches and
after-
artifact chests.
After I ran straight through the middle of it, yeah, let's decline it.
Yeah, Lotro players are worldwide, so having the server centrally located doesn't seem to spoil the fun. Feared Lances in Singapore. We've got players in Norway and Sweden, Australia and New Zealand. A lot of Russian players still. South Africa. So just because you're not too close to New Jersey doesn't mean you won't have a great Lotro experience. Alright, well, shall we deliver the meat?
Sure. Did you find any of those stones?
Not a one. Which is almost suspicious in and of itself.
Doesn't tell you where the stones are.
I need to update my quest log, which is one of the reasons why I was like, shall we go deliver the meat? Let me hide this one, and I'll pull up the one that's telling me to look for stones. Carving out a home. Following the quest ring. It's head your direction. Griffin says, had a kinmate who was from Saudi Arabia and my previous kin. Do admit to having problems telling Aussies from British accents sometimes. It was so fun having that problem. Yes, if you want to deliberately antagonize an Aussie, just ask them what part of the UK they're from. It's good fun. kind of a running joke with one of the tech tubers I watch. His wife is Australian. And they're like, "What part of England are you from?" Just about one over the side there.
Okay, I know which zones you're talking about now. Yeah. There's a passageway somewhere right around.
Ooh, I found a dusty page. It's just sitting out here way in some obscure part of the mountain. I'll wait for you here by it, in case it's one that you need. Dumb luck, I just happened across it. I rely on dumb luck. I guess I can just pick it up so I can tell you which one it is.
For it was we of Durin's folk who woke the great dragons in times of old, and in so doing, lost the grey mountains that we called home.
Anyway, they added a second host to their video channel to do the tech stuff, and it was a African American gentleman with really no discernible accent, and I made the comment that he seems really nice. Is he from the same part of Ireland that your wife is? And I don't know if that got a laugh or not. It amused me to type it though. It'd be like asking somebody from Mississippi which part of Minnesota they're from. Yeah, and then he pushed the little guy there through the wood chipper. I would just put you on follow, but you'd probably launch me over the side of the mountain just for giggles. I'm wise to you, mister. Oh, and you've attracted a feral battle cat.
Oh, did I lose you?
No. It looked like you got stuck. Are you looking for a route up?
I knew where the way was.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is the super secret path.
Yep, there you go.
I think that feral battle cat thought you were its mom or something.
Here you go.
Well, this is quite the little path, isn't it? Crude stone. Here we go. Does this lead to someplace special?
Yes.
I thought it might. We're proceeding on foot.
I think I got knocked off.
I can give Thunderhoof a break. I think I'd recommend Brandywine for being a good daytime server, where you can mind your own business yet have a healthy population. Landerville has a great music community with random role-playing, very nice flavor. You can manage to wave hello or just keep passing by. Is Arkenstone still the most active server for PvMP? I know that tends to vary from server to server.
It might be. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, I don't really follow that scene.
Eldalith used to play on Gladden a lot for player versus monster player. I think she said her whole PvMP kin ended up moving to Arkenstone. It may not be busy anywhere anymore, I don't know. This is a very lonely mountain. Druid's Fire says Ark prides itself on being the PvMP and raiding server. Gladden has some good raiders that split off from Ellen Dilamere, where a lot of us moved to Arken. Yeah, some of my characters were moved over from Silverlode when it closed. Ooh, bark paper page.
It was given to him by men, Thror said. Men chanced upon it in some troll horde, he claimed. I was wroth and had no ears for such tales.
There's a nice word for you, Wroth, W-R-O-T-H. The last light of Durin's day will shine upon the keyhole. Dwarf carved stone. Nice.
Yeah, so that's usually when they have that. This is where you would come when during that Durin's Day event. They occasionally run.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Is that your new goat?
No, this isn't my new goat. This is one that I got. I think it was some deed in Erebor. It's like a hidden deed for a while, but you get a goat.
Nice.
The goat of Erebor's royal guard.
This looks like it's just going to head back down. Nope, treasure cache. Jade gemstones.
This white goat is the goat that I got from this store.
Oh, okay.
No, pretty good.
I was talking about the Evernight group. My Runekeeper hit 28th level, and I was collecting anniversary invitations, and managed to get a complete War Steed outfit.
Nice.
So be looking forward to using that in about 45 levels.
Did you get all your stones?
Yes. I'm at 12 of 12. Speaking of which, the Stones have a new song out. Have you heard it?
I have not.
Played it on my personal stream a couple times. It's called Living in a Ghost Town. I think they said they actually recorded it last year, but Mick retooled the lyrics and redubbed it after the COVID-19 outbreak. Not a bad tune. They were planning on hitting the road this spring.
I guess we can head back to Arrowwood. Unless you have something else you need.
Let's see what else is on the fun agenda here. Deliver the crude stones to Stout Axe rune carvers in Erebor. 0 of 6. Concerning dragons. Not ready for that one yet. And the Forsaken of Mordor. Aid Sparkworth with carving out a home, and Aid Drary with hunting in the north. So those are precursors for the meta. And then probably Concerning Dragons is next.
Cool.
CH is the server I met Ponton on. Pulu says looking for suggestions on plugins. I know I want buff bars and sequence bars. Any other recommendations? Was quite an 11sies party. Music, food, dancing. Inventory is a good one too, Apulu. And the task items plugin. Don't be like me and keep everything. Know what to get rid of.
I do kind of like a Titan bar. It's essentially just the bar at the top that you just customize and put certain information on it.
Ooh, this is an awesome place for fishing. We delivering the meat? Oh, we can do task turn-ins. Nice. New deed, ally to the Elves of Felagoth. Completed, friend to the Elves of Felagoth. Remember to do your task item turn-ins every single day, boys and girls. You get experience points, item experience points, War Steed experience points, you get reputation points, you earn titles, you earn snazzy cosmetics, but most of all, it helps you get junk out of your bags. That's why I do task item turn-ins.
And now you have to add that universal crafting and grading too, I guess.
Absolutely. Task limit reached, 10 of 10. And just like that, I've got another pack space opened up. Ooh! I got an empowered dark essence of will. Do you want me to mail it to you, or should we just do secure trade right here?
Let me teleport to the other side of the world.
Alright, you let me know.
I think everybody you need should be inside.
Okay. We ride for inside. Apparently you need to do more tasks to clear your bags. Hard hit, you're not wrong. Gore's popping in to say hello, everyone. Hello to you, Gore.
Hello.
Gore's suggesting a larger cosmetic preview window, but that's technically a skin and not a plugin. Griffin Storm says, take care, friends. Night, night. Griffin Storm, thanks for coming by. Have a great weekend and stay safe. I know if you're in the Northeast, that area is not quite so fortunate as the great state of Nebraska. Massachusetts and New York and New Jersey all got hit very hard. Do we know who gets the meat? You can just say no.
No.
So I'm just riding around looking for a circle again.
Probably.
Perfect. That is a wonderful quest dynamic.
Either that or it's back at the end. I don't know if you turn them in individually to people or just back at that NPC. That would be like up in the tavern area just to the right, up down the stairs.
Yeah, that's where I was heading to. Stout Axe Rune Carver. Apparently it's just random rune carvers hanging out in the tavern area. It's a good thing I'm still on my goat. Looks like I have to cover some ground.
I feel like that's every single quest in Airport. Like, go out, find something, then return to the tavern area and look for rings.
Here's a rune carver. Here's a rune carver. Already got 3 of the 6 found.
I'm betting you're just excited to get to do the dailies for this area, huh?
Hells to the yeah.
Good, because the dailies are exactly pretty much what we're doing now.
Fantastic.
Yeah, apparently on different days they cycle through different quests in this whole area, but it's effectively the same quests you've done already. And like, I think there's, say there's like a dozen quests available and you have to do like 8 of them or something.
That sounds awesome.
And then I think you just get like probably notes of enchantment or something at the end of it.
I am tingling with anticipation.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, don't do this to me.
The one short item.
Yeah. Five of the 6 were easy to find, and I still have no idea who the hell gets all this meat we collected.
Does it say just to take it to like Nath or something like that?
Oh, here he
To
is.
single?
I found the 6th rune carver. What does it say to do with the meat? Let's take a look. Oh, I must have turned the meat in. The quest disappeared. I don't remember doing it. Oh no, it was Drury here. Yeah, I did click on him. And here's Ambassador Spakorth.
Mm-hmm.
We're done with that. Talk to Ambassador Spakorth before the throne. Okay. Guess I'm going to the throne. Sir Waffles checking in. Hello, Sir Waffles.
Now I think I have the hankering to binge all the Game of Thrones.
That wouldn't be a bad use of time.
So recently, I've never watched Sopranos before, and I finally recently got around to watching the first season. I mean, maybe I have to watch more of it to like get more of it, but I just don't feel as hyped up on the show as I feel like maybe it has gotten. I don't know why.
It's a little slow during the first season.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it'll pick up, and it was just some characters I was just getting mixed up on. I was like, I hope they get killed off, so I don't have to remember that. I mean, the same thing with Game of Thrones was kind of the same deal, but
Game of Thrones, pretty much everybody gets killed off. Couple of fun facts for you. So, Sopranos, I really enjoyed the series, watched them all, and it's a little bit slow in the beginning. By the time you get to season 2, season 3, things are moving along pretty well. Ironically, the only set I own is season 6, second half season. They had to split it into 2 different box sets. And I wanted to watch the end of it, and I actually sprung for the discs instead of waiting to get them one by one from Netflix. I very much enjoyed The Sopranos, and for some reason it just went off the rails right at where I bought the discs. The last half of season 6, the whole series just devolves, and it was like, we need to wrap this up, we don't know what to do, let's throw out a bunch of nonsense. And it was like, oh, this is awful. Did not like, and people complain about the last episode and the way the last episode ends. Was not my problem at all. It was, I mean, major storylines, major plot lines, all just come unraveled. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but if you'd been watching the series all the way through, what they did during the second half of season 6, it was like, what was the point of all this? Didn't make any sense to me at all. And Game of Thrones, I've watched all of it except for the final season, and I never heard anybody say anything good about the final season. I have not watched it and probably won't ever watch the way they wrote the end to Game of Thrones. My understanding is it's doesn't follow the books. Nobody was happy with it, and I'll just leave myself wondering what happened.
There you go.
So, yeah, watch the first 7 seasons of Game of Thrones, and if you don't get to the last season, count your blessings. I don't know anybody who was happy with it. Talk to Mistrustful Dwarves. Okay, so that's going to be more running around the tavern here.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
I've mentioned it on my personal channel before. I don't know I've talked about it here in Lotro Stream. But I watched the first season of Californication. It's a Showtime series starring David Duchovny. And I really liked it. And I thought it was clever. And the way they ended the first season, I thought was so perfect. I never watched another season. I'm like, they shouldn't have made another season. This should have been how it ended. And okay, I don't understand this. I got a quest to talk. Oh, I must have to type it.
Yeah. Or probably hit there might be a thing on the,
No, that's what was weird. There is a thing, and when I clicked on it, it said talk with Mistrustful Dwarf, but it didn't trigger the quest. So I had to physically type it in to get it to go. But if you've never watched Californication, I thought the first season was fun. It was clever. It was romantic. I liked it. And then never watched the 2nd through 7th seasons. It went on for a long time. And it's just one of those things that it's like, I don't want to see anymore. The season 1 finale was so good, it was just like, perfect, don't do another thing. A lot of problems with these TV shows is they don't know when to end them or how to end them. And that's the problem with all network television. It's like, if they get a hit, they just want to beat it to death until it quits making them money. It doesn't matter. There's no storytelling, there's no artistry to it. It's just a product, and they'll keep churning it out as long as people are still consuming it. Oh, this is going to get ugly. So the Mistrustful Dwarves?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't go away when you actually talk to them. The quest ring stays above their head, and the only way you know you've already talked to them is if you try to talk to them again and it doesn't work. It's like, oh, this is going to suck.
Just a little memory test.
Yeah, that's what I need. I'm an
Try
old
not
guy.
to double. Try not to double back on yourself, and you'll be fine.
Whacked out on caffeine. I don't need a memory test. Hell, I just confessed to my attention span being so bad I couldn't finish watching 3 great shows. Well, I did watch Sopranos to the end, but regretted it.
I'm looking forward to the next season of Fargo, but I know it's been delayed. different situations going on.
I'm sorry,
think-
to what?
I'm looking forward to the next season of Fargo, but it's been delayed because I think they still have to work on post-production.
Oh, I don't get this at all. Talk to mistrustful dwarves. I've got a second mistrustful dwarf, but I can't trigger him. There it went. I had to do it a second time. That was weird. There's only 4 of these guys, so hopefully it's just one per major section of the tavern. Upstairs left, upstairs right. Happy Friday to you, Sir Waffles, and welcome to the stream. Oh, apparently I have to get within their circle and light them up? That's what it is. That's just a weird mechanic.
Like, I'm just sitting down here, half of the chat box is filled with Galandriel talks with mistrustful dwarf. Galandriel talks with mistrustful dwarf.
I'm trying hard.
Are you putting them to sleep or something like that?
No, you have to be so close to them that the circle lights up around them. Find a dwarf matching Dory's description in the new loads of Narathak. That apparently is my next newest quest. So we need to go find Dory in the new loads. Any idea where the heck we're going?
Yeah, I think so. So that's an Ironfold quest, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'll meet you at the front door. Don't need to go back and talk to the ambassador or nothing? No, that quest is done.
Oh, okay. Since that's the thing that we're going to now is for the Ironfolds rather than Everborn area.
Yep. Well, okay, now I'm a little concerned. Reforging a Kingdom has a couple of quests that I don't have triggered yet. Aid Brathy and Aid Dis. Ravens in the North and Essays of Old.
Do you have any other quests in the Erebor or whatever that might involve those quests?
Not with those titles. I've got the meta. Now I'm worried I need to pick something up before we leave.
Yeah, 'cause anything Ironfold has nothing to do with the, any of the Erebor stuff. I mean, it's
Oh,
might be
this
in
can be
Erebor.
found at Raven Hill to the southwest. Brathy can be found in the hall under the mountain. So Brathy's here, and he's got a quest for me I haven't picked up yet. So I need to find Brathy before we leave.
Okay. There's so many dwarves I don't remember like where each dwarf is located.
Yeah, trying to find Sneezy and Grumpy and Doc would be just impossible in here. I'm going to go check next to the king. Feared Lance checking in. And Tux Ramus, welcome both. There's a pair of terrific Lotro streamers. Hello to both of you fine gentlemen. Well,
Alright, so Blathy should be back where the crafting vendors are and whatnot, in one of those little nooks. Yeah, so ride toward the exit. It's in the first nook to the left. Brathy's in here.
roger that.
Long live Thorin Stonehelm, king under the
He's
mountain!
got something for you.
Yeah. Collect abandoned dwarf-made maces, swords, and axes. Collect
Okay.
them from where?
They're
The
out on the
land
field.
surrounding. Okay, so it's a landscape thing.
Greetings, friend.
And then collect chunks of dwarf gold from newly exposed veins.
And I think that's the thing that we saw before. I thought that might have been what
Okay.
we were clicking on. So
Alright, well, I'm glad we looked around before we left. Sargareth is here too. Hi, Sargareth. How the heck are you? Seems like it's been a while since we've chatted.
Matt, I don't know if if they send you to her or if you go to her, but she's out there.
I'm having a heck of a time typing. Okay. We've gotten Feared and Tux Ramus shouted out.
Like just so you know, like down this way would be where the new loads are. I
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
you want to do that new loads thing. But
Yeah, as long as we're here.
I think who you need should be right in this thing.
And we're supposed to be looking for somebody that looks like Dory.
Well, I know there was an NPC we passed. I don't know if that's who you're looking for. Okay. There's really nobody back here, I think. There's just enemy.
It's just burrowers and mine carts.
Yeah. But we passed by an area that had an NPC. Whether that was who you need, I don't know.
Alright, we'll head back up.
It'd be cool if you could like jump in these mine carts and actually ride them.
You can't?
No.
Ooh. You just like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Best movie ever.
Is this guy talkable?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Not
I have
to
the
me.
wrong guy. Oh wait, over here. Maybe. Devil?
You spot a dwarf matching Dory's description.
Stay a moment. Hear my
Defeat
words.
deep claws in the new loads. That won't be hard to do. Oh, and here's exposed burrow. Apparently we need to close burrows. Apparently I am bleeding profusely.
Nice.
Oh, the regular burrowers don't count. It's got to be a big deep claw. So apparently you have to
Okay.
find their burrows and dig them out. There's an exposed burrow dead head. You probably can't see him.
No, I guess I did this quest already. I honestly don't.
Sorceress Zero checking in. Hello, Sorceress. Welcome. Always happy to shout you out, Tux Ramus. Hopefully everybody in here is following Tux Ramus and Feared Lance already. Feared Lance, excuse me. Where'd I come up with D? Just making up words now. I'm so out of it like a renegade zoning committee.
I'll just kill these guys anyway, so I'll probably drop some kind of task in here.
Deadly claws, stony skins, yeah. Ooh, Doomsfold hides.
So the quest that you're working on, does it say that I did it already?
It's a good question.
I'm just curious. I honestly don't remember. I might have done this a while ago.
I'll try to share it. Singer's already completed shared quest, Marks of a Conspiracy.
Okay. That's fine, no problem.
Eldela says, are some of the ones others have recommended too? Oh, here we go. We're talking about plugins. Oh, there's actually a plugins command in the chat. Who knew? Oh no, you're closing burrows like a renegade zoning committee. Alright, I'm a little slow on the uptake, Sargarth. Thanks for clarification. More plugin information for Apulu there. Mrs. Mustafa coming by to check up on me.
Who are you playing with?
That's a lot of pets. Zinger and me are hanging out. Mrs. Mustafa has brought the official snack for this evening. Corn nuts.
Does everybody know what corn nuts are?
Hmm?
Is the window open?
Mm-hmm. Do you not want it open?
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm still cold.
You know it goes good with corn nuts, honey. Crisp, refreshing, delicious Coke Zero.
You have a Coke Zero.
I have a third of a Coke Zero. I'm running dangerously low and corn nuts are salty.
Uh-huh.
Telling everybody about the
hi.
glorious news about... Mrs. Mustafa says hello, Zinger.
Hello.
That we
I
went to the
said hi
store.
to Sargareth.
Oh, Sargareth?
Okay, well I take back my hello then, I guess.
And... Oh, about the good news that when we went to the grocery store today, they actually had toilet paper on the shelf for sale.
Did you finish your, get all your thingies down there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got 6 of 6.
And Sorceress says hi to me.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to talk to that guy again down there.
Sushi Cough says, damn, matey, stop drinking it. But it's so crisp and refreshing. Ghirardelli chocolate goes great with corn nuts. I'll bet that would be a good combo.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sweet and salty.
Ooh.
I don't think I need to talk to him. Do I?
I don't know.
I
You might
dropped
be
a
right.
corn nut.
Honey, no. Yeah, it does say to talk to him. Good thing you're paying attention.
Ugh.
I got corn nuts. I got Mrs. Mustafa dropping them. It's chaos here. Oh, and then we're walking through the grocery store. And you remember that clip from Apex Legends where I laughed when I shot the guy with the sniper rifle and Mrs. Mustafa yelled at me?
Uh-huh.
I made that same noise in the store. We're walking through the grocery store and I look over at something on display and I go, "Ha!" She goes, "What are you laughing at?" I go, "That." They had bottles of bleach. Our family generic bleach. $3.79 a gallon. I was like, man, if that ain't price gouging, I don't know what is. So a gallon of gasoline is $1.49, but a gallon of bleach is almost $4. Collect chunks of dwarf gold. Okay, that's an outdoor thing. But my car would run cleaner if I used bleach instead of gas. You would be wrong, actually.
Like those weapons and whatnot are all like scattered all about down here. You should see them basically everywhere.
Okay.
And then the
You want me to
gold
try
nose-
sharing these quests?
I'm pretty sure I already did them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably did too. I got the spotted skin off of a random warband in Rohan. I was just riding around killing warbands, and one of the warband gifts that dropped was this spotted skin warsteed appearance. It was quite the nice surprise. Battle-worn sword. Lucky Strike must be super rare. Yeah. It was a pretty darn lucky drop. It was very... What? Yeah, now these rocks are lit up. I am super excited we get to ride back up and down this mountain again looking for gold. Sorceress is giving Tux Ramus some hard time. I like it. Feared likes the crunching sound. It's funny, I kind of take a little bit of pride in the fact that even though I'm usually eating on stream, generally it's not audible, and there's no way to be quiet eating corn nuts. They're just too crunchy. Crunchy and salty. So I'm glad at least Feared likes the crunchy sound. Hopefully it's not bugging anybody. Well, I must be out of the zone for newly exposed veins. I don't see any this far up. Gotta start heading back down. Texramus has never had corn nuts. They have different flavors of them, too. These are the original. I think Mrs. Mustafa's bought barbecue and bought ranch-flavored corn nuts in the past also. They're all pretty good. They're all crunchy and salty. Ooh, I found another dwarf marker. The best part is I've dropped a couple of them, but she dropped one, and now Mrs. Mustafa will think that she dropped one if she finds it on the floor. What you doing, Singer?
Just telling stuff.
Okay. Didn't know if you went to maybe make a sandwich or go wash your hair or something. Haven't seen or heard from you in a while.
How you doing on those gold veins?
8 of 12. They're popping up pretty regularly, and then I must have taken a wrong turn.
Yeah, you kind of just have to find these like croppings of these cliffs and just kind of follow them all the way around. Hopefully.
Well, I hope I don't break a tooth, because I don't know dental services will be available Monday. That would suck. Can't imagine cracking a tooth and not being able to go to the dentist. Then again, I guess that's what vodka's for. Not seeing a whole lot up this direction. I'm at 10 of 12. I'm stuck again, Zinger.
I think I saw one that was.
You do, just replace it with a corn nut. Well, that's true, they are kind of tooth-shaped. They're too delicious, though. I'd crack that, too. Oh, broke a war steed's leg. I have to shoot it now. I suppose this is one of the repeatables too.
Might be.
I could tell because it kind of feels like a giant pain in the ass for a quest.
Yeah, maybe try heading to a smaller group of rocks. You know, like not these big ones over here.
Newly exposed vein, I'm at 11 of 12. Thank you, quest ring.
There's something right over where I am. It's in that same group. It might be one.
Yep. 12 of 12. Okay. We can deliver that to Breathy. What else we got? So,
Well, while we're this way, let's go visit D and see if she has any quests to do. She's right up the road.
okay. I still need axes, maces, and swords. Lead
Oh,
on, I will follow.
Let's just head to the road and make a right straight up. I don't know whether she will have quests for you, but I know you said something about having something with.
It's Ravenhill. I have finished exploring the Dale Lands. Collect Jangover trinkets from the Ravens of Ravenhill.
And this is a pretty much the first female dwarf we've seen in the game. What do you have to do? Sorry, I was listening.
So we need to kill ravens?
Probably not. Do you have to find them or something?
Yeah, collect 14 of them. So where are the Ravens of Ravenhill?
Right. I'm blanking on this quest. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, let's set the quest guide focus. And go to where the ring's pointing, which is down here.
No, I just looked at your stream. I think you have to kill Jangavar, maybe?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to collect the trinkets from the Jangavar for the ravens.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we're not looking to kill ravens, we're looking to kill Jangavar.
Yep.
And they're little dogs, too. Die, Jangavar scum! I've located Jangovar scum. Nice.
How you doing? Arden?
13 of 14. And 13 of 14. Now I got 14. We're good here. We ride for Ravenhill. And for corn nuts. I think the Ravens would probably prefer corn nuts to trinkets. Just a hunch. Bean Joker checking in. I'm new to Lotro. Hobbit Hunter. Any tips? Don't eat the Barrow Brie. Hobbit Hunter is a good way to start out. Make sure you complete your virtues on your deed log. Well, complete your deeds and the virtues will follow. In addition to the regular quests, as you go through an area, I'm going to pause just for a second to open my deed log, Zinger. Be sure to check your deed log. For instance, if you're in the Shire, there's all these things you can accomplish. Explorer, Farms of the Shire, Sites of the Shire, Deeds of the Shire, No Place for Spoiled Pies, Restoring the Quick Post, Shire Brewmaster. Every time you complete these, not only do you earn Lotro points so that you can buy expansions and quest packs, but it also gives you virtue points. And with the virtue system, you're able to go in and select extra traits and bonuses for your characters. And as you can see, some of them are quite powerful. For instance, on my champion here, which one of these is the Might Deed?
Zeal, I think.
That's pretty funny. I don't have it equipped. Glad we looked. I can get an extra 583 points of might just by leveling up my zeal virtue. That's kind of important. On a hunter, you'll want to focus on determination. That's an agility buff. I think there's a second one that's an agility buff. But by completing your deeds and earning your virtue experience, you'll be able to ramp up those virtues that give you bonuses to your primary and secondary traits, and it will make you much more survivable faster. But you picked a good class to start with. Hunter's a lot of fun to play. They do a lot of damage from range. They travel easily. They're good to play solo. They're always welcome in groups. And you should have a lot of fun. But yeah, you came to a great game, and Middle Earth is a huge game world to explore. There's tons and tons of things to see and do, and you should have a lot of fun. So congratulations. I'm glad you found us, Bean Joker. And Lotro Stream here, this channel in particular, if you're not already following it, you should. This is the official streaming channel for Standing Stone Games for Lotro. And there's a lot of good streamers that stream here, and a lot of good viewers and followers who are very knowledgeable longtime players of the game. If you have a question or get stuck on something, this is a tremendous resource to just come and ask questions and get help with stuff, and it's a great player community, and you should usually find helpful, knowledgeable folks here. Myself excluded. That's why I stream here, so these guys can teach me what I need to know.
And it's possible I never had gone to my virtue panel and chance to say change the virtues to around a bit, because I also had zeal slotted.
Well, there you go.
I think zeal just used to be a all in general, like physical mastery. I don't think it was always might focused. So.
Well, yeah, it used to be like discipline and fortitude, which is why I still have those slotted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I've been having trouble burning down opponents, so.
Mm-hmm.
Since I don't know that much about the game, I try to return handy little tips like, if you're going to be playing Lotro, have some corn nuts and Coke Zero handy. They're delicious. Okay, completed.
She has nothing else for you right now?
Not right now.
Alright. We'll head back toward Erebor. And
Yeah, I
you should
still
have
need
more
some weapons, but...
yeah, they should be out, like, right in front of it, for the most part.
Okay.
I don't think they're scattered too far about, like, like those veins.
Ginger says, sometimes we know the right answer. Hi, Ginger. Eldolith was nice enough to pop the schedule up for you. Eldolith is also one of the Lotro Stream team members, and Druid's Fire may still be here hanging out. Druid's Fire and Eldolith are both prominent Lotro Stream team members, very knowledgeable about the game, and great folks to hang out with.
They might be, like, as far out as over here, over the field and whatnot, so just look around. I don't see them on the ground at all, I think so.
Oh yeah, here we go. There is a battle-worn axe over by the stag. Oh, the other tip I would have for any new player, make sure you work on your fishing skill. Don't neglect that. It's not important in any way, but... What do I not have enough room to do? I'm pretty tired from paying bills and shopping for groceries. Have fun all, and I'll see you again soon. Sorceress, always a pleasure. Have a great night, and hopefully we'll see you again this weekend sometime. Tuxramus says, I like fishing in the game. It's very relaxing. Well, there's bunches of titles and cool housing trophies to get. What am I rocking for titles? Lake Master. I need 1 axe and 1 mace. Oh, here's a sword. Clearly I need 1 more sword, too. I'm not a smart man. Here's a battle-worn axe. Eldolus says, in June I will hit 4 years on the team. Looking for a battle-worn mace. There it is. Oh, well, this has been playing a Stout Axe Hunter. Alright, I think we're ready to head inside. Cleavebeard, howdy. OSU Cowboys 85 checking in. OSU, how the heck are ya? Eldolith, thank you for the shout out. Not him. Him.
Long live Thorin Stornhelm, King under the mountain! A glorious day!
Aw. Thank you, Pookie. Thank you, Pookie. Mrs. Mustafa is switching it up from corn nuts to popcorn and from Coke Zero to iced tea. Burgling's a blast. I really enjoy the burglar class. We should try playing burglar sometime, Zinger. I don't think we've ever done that.
Oh yeah. At least we're not like stupid enough to make a burglar only kinship or anything. And try to convince Olive to play or anything.
So where was Dory? I don't remember. Looking for Nemo?
Aha.
Among the upper levels. You have to goat up and ride around, I guess. Redline Burglar, great for solo play. Boy, you get that coup de grace working along with aim. Boom! Half their hit points are gone in your first shot.
Blue line or bust, man.
Alright, Legacy of Durin's Folk is queued up and ready. I still have to figure out where Dory and Nemo got off to. Now, kudos to Mrs. Mustafa. She does know more than a little bit about snacking, even if she's not a master chef. The corn nuts and Coke Zero go together because the Coke Zero is sweet and the corn nuts are salty. But now I'm switching over to a semi-sweet snack. The confetti popcorn has a little bit of a candy coating on the outside. And the iced tea will blend with that without clashing against the corn nuts. So, it all works out. Gleavebeard asks, so how's everyone holding up to the quarantine? Pretty good. I've been bragging up how here in Nebraska things are starting to go back to normal. I think a lot of stuff reopens on Monday. When we went to the grocery store today, there was actually toilet paper for sale on the shelf. Here's Dory. Meet Dory at Nori's home in the dwelling halls. Where the hell is that?
The dwelling halls are like across from the new. It's in the area between in here and outside.
Oh, okay.
Like when we went left to go to the new loads. To the right is where the dwelling halls are.
Can we do Thorin's quest, or should we go to the dwelling halls?
What does he have?
I've got the Legacy of Durin's Folk, or I've got marks of a conspiracy. Yep. Thorin's quest is solo. I'll be back. Gussie Moose checking in. Hi, Gussie.
It is a day
How
of
are you,
unity
Bay?
for Durin's folk, as we gather to celebrate our triumph over Sauron. Welcome new allies from
Bluebird says
Mordor,
never changed for me.
and
Worked the whole
honor
time so
return
far.
of old friends.
Doing good, Bay. How are you? I'm doing great. Anybody new to the channel, Gussie Moose, of course, is a prominent recovering Lotro stream team member. You can find her on Mixer. Take a look at it if you wish. It's a stone rot chair. Bears few marks of age and appears surprisingly comfortable. Who knew? Oh good, I gotta go find other people and invite them. This'll be easy. I'm getting back into Lotro. I'm glad to hear it. Since the sheltering at home started, I've been playing way too much Apex Legends. I get salty playing that game. Trying to clean up my act and not swear so much, even when I'm getting murdered. We actually got All Up In You to come and play Apex with us last Sunday night. That was a lot of fun. Why are there 3 named dwarves, none of who are on the invite list over here, and then everybody else is just named dwarf? Drury and Nath and Spockworth. None of whom are up here. I'm running out of places to look for these dwarves.
Did you check the, like in the back area, on the bottom part, on the left side?
Yes. In fact, I was just there.
Because I'm thinking that instance there's like a large group of dwarves in that back area. They weren't back there.
Mm-mm. You're talking about where the crafting and vendor people would normally be?
No, like to the left of the throne.
I'll go take a second look.
Yeah, I think everybody that you need is in like the tavern area of the hall.
Malin77 checking in. Hi, Malin. How the heck are you?
So it's on the left side of the tavern, all the way in the back.
Must be the other left.
Yeah, sorry, I left as you look at this room, not.
That's okay. Thankful to be here as always. We are thankful to have you. Glowin tries to get your attention. Glad to see you here at our table. You're a fine adventurer and ever a friend to those in need, and your presence here is well earned. You are not unlike my Gimli, except that you were courteous enough to attend at the time King Thorin requested. I know Gimli is here in the hall, but I have not seen him in some time. I think he has gone off with Dory and Nori, but who can say? Will you find him and send him here? For that matter, send Dory and Nori as well. Well, at least I know where they are. We ride for Dory and Nori and Gimli. We were... Oop, now I think I went the wrong direction and they're actually upstairs. That's okay. It's easy enough to get to. Pont and Finberry checking in. Godlike Epic says, Ed, if you can become VIP, you can get a carry-all item bag. Well, if I were going to become VIP, I would have done it ages ago. Amid the din of the feast of Durin's folk, Gimli is speaking to Dory and Nori. Why, am I dropping loot? Probably. Okay, Gimli, come to the dinner table. Ponton checking in. If he chooses to play completely free to play, that is his prerogative. I'm kind of a unicorn in that regard, Malin. Or, I'm sorry, Godlike Epic. I may be the world's only 13-year free-to-play player.
Yeah, at this point, we pretty much keep his credit card in a cage and don't let him get it.
Well, I pretty much keep that maxed out on computer hardware. Await the arrival of King Thorin's final guest. I think Druid's fire was here when I first fired up. Disappointed that his guest must not be coming, King Thorin shuffles impatiently and begins to speak. The last guest? Frithgear. Nar. Nar shuffles up the stairs to greet the king. Nar made it to dinner. King Thorin beckons you to his side. Let us share this feast together. That makes me happy to see Nar finally made it off of that stupid mountain in Endedwaith. Or in, yeah, Endedwaith. Man. Hardened helm. Padded coif. If I were loot, what piece of loot would I not want?
The essences that you're never going to use.
Yeah, I know. This calls for inventory management. We ride for the vendors. By ride, I mean jog brusquely. Two stone abraded skins have timed out.
Greetings.
Alright, I'm back to 3, nope, 2 open pack slots. Still, that's pretty good for me. We ride for the king. I think I was going to sell off some essences before I started the stream, but then 8:59 rolled around. I had to pull the trigger, Zinger. Sorry.
Next time.
Wow, Cleavebeard knew a 92-year-old guy who was playing EverQuest 2. Impressive. It seems to have completed some stuff. Heroin to Erebor. Alright, now what are we doing, Zinger? Tux Rammus's mother-in-law used to run a guild in EQ. Ginger, you're a complete spring chicken compared to a 92-year-old. Even your grandkids would tell you that.
Did you finish everything in this area?
I think so.
Erebor?
Arid Mython, Marks of a Conspiracy, State of the Expedition. I think those are Ironfold. Into the Ironfold, Concerning Dragons. Okay, so I need to talk to Viglin, the guard at the gates, and I need to go to Nori's home.
Okay.
So let's go to Nori's home. And we'll talk to the guard at the gate. Spring chicken, Ginger.
Alright, so we should be making a right here.
My whole key is to just keep obsessing with toy airplanes and video games and acting immature, and then nobody will ever guess how old you really are.
And this area has a bunch of services too. They're just kind of scattered up all over different levels.
Okay.
I'm not 100% that this is the way, but I'm okay with it. This whole area definitely has like a Thorns Hall feel to it. Is it the Jewel Stead? Is this our side?
The Jewel Stead. I don't know if the quest even says. Cleavebeard goes, oh, Ginger's old. Nice move, Cleavebeard.
It might not be. It could be. Off.
I don't really know. Ginger, if you want to gut him like a trout, nobody would blame you. Mother Amma is here. There's an unusable forge. Ponton says a few of my band members are old. One is 71.
Oh, okay. My bet it's up the stairs and to the left.
I'll only say that my friend Duressa, who's a member of the 40 Thieves, is semi-retired. Pretty sure if I mentioned her age, I would get gutted like a trout. Here's Dory. Hello to Duressa. Hopefully you and yours are all sheltering at home safely. I think Ginger gets my humor. Cleavebeard, for your sake, I hope so. Don't worry about Druid's Fire. Typing is hard. Examine notes left behind by Nori. Wasn't Nori just at dinner with us? After Vathung's defeat at the gates, for clearing the dust away, Nori drew forth his armor of old. The time had come. It's a nice house. Thickle Gundu was lost, Nori thought, but it was not the way of dragons to abandon. Had once possessed great wealth, Nori thought, and now it had sat unguarded and unclaimed. Countless hours of study, Nori learned that the hoarding vault laid beneath the eyes of the seven. Yep. Now I'm going back to the king. Ginger says I'm tired and cranky tonight. The shower is broken and taking forever to get fixed. Been broken since Wednesday. That would truly be annoying. Collect coils of rope, water skins, and bedrolls. A duty to king and kin. Found throughout the halls under the mountain, including new loads. More wandering. I've found a coil of rope, which means I have to look around everywhere and not just in the new loads. Pain in the tuchus.
You think it would be easier just to go up to the expert tailor and have him make them for you?
You would. Bedroll. Ginger says, at least the son-in-law says he is through making noise, just need to do the caulking now. Yeah, there's water skins scattered throughout the tavern area. Nobody wants to be trapped at home with a house full of unshowered people. That just sounds unpleasant. I heard something rumbling. Here's a water skin. Good on water skins. Ropes and bedrolls, not so much. I'm at 5 of 6 of each, and I'll bet they intentionally are going to make me go to the mining area. For rope and bedrolls.
Night, Ginger.
Good night, Ginger. Don't die too much. I don't think I've gotten killed in a couple weeks, have I?
Not accidentally.
Good point. Here's a bedroll and a coil of rope.
I mean, to be fair, half of this zone is talking to people and walking around town, so...
It'd be tough to die inside the dwarf halls, I think. I could find a way, though.
It's possible if you jump off the top of the, top part of the tavern. Like,
Where did we decide Nori's home is?
are you heading back there now?
Yep.
Yeah, just work your way around, you'll find it.
Okay. That's always a foolproof plan.
Yeah, if you kind of hug around on the left side, you'll eventually see some stairs leading up, and just follow those, and then it's on the left.
Prepare packs for Dory and company. Gravity 42 checking in. Hey, Grav.
Hey, Graham.
Did I get 6 packed? No. I got 5 of 6 packed.
Probably not gonna get much of a six-pack streaming Electro.
I thought maybe it was like a holiday 5-pack. Meet Dory and company outside Erebor after dusk. Okay, I guess I'm meeting them outside. We ride for outside. And for glory. Gravity, have you had much of a chance to play Lotro lately?
All is well, and yet not.
Figland wants me to go talk to a bunch of other dwarves.
Nice.
We can leave that for now.
Story down by. Did you talk to whoever did? Or they were over here. Others are out. Yeah, they're out here to the right. And there's a group on the top. That is a tree, maybe.
I don't see him.
You don't see him back here. Closer to town.
Okay.
Is there a group of people over here somewhere?
Nope, still don't see him. Maybe it's the wrong time of day?
Maybe it is.
It does say after dusk. I just figured if we stepped out it would be the right time. Guess not.
Gotta look at this quest set.
Gravity says, gotta get Minas Morgul stuff finished up so I can move on to the new area. Oh, there you go. I'm doing the festival stuff. Gravity's just finishing up his dailies. Excuse me. I normally mute those, so I apologize. Well, do we want to do a different quest while we're waiting for it to get dark?
Sure. What else do you have?
It's all the lore masters inside. Gossipy, gossipy lore masters. I'm trying to push through the Iron Fold so I can eventually get to Minas Morgul. I sidelined my champion for so long. This is the first time I've broken new ground in a very long time.
And we haven't really even touched the Iron Fold yet.
I know. Dwarf Lore Masters.
So if the plugin is right now it's dusk. In 15 minutes it'll be the next cycle.
Okay.
Greetings, friend.
Long live Thorin Stonehelm, King under the mountain! A glorious day!
It's 3 of 6.
Long live Thorin
4
Stonehelm,
of 6.
King under the mountain! A
I think if
glorious
we
day!
picked up the bones of Smaug and brought them back here, they'd be so scared they would just leave you alone.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't make you search every crevice of this hall and find
All
a
is
coil
well.
of rope.
And yet not. We are dwarves and the folk of Durin.
Ooh, tasty ale. Okay, let's keep chat lively. I want everybody who's watching right now, type the name of your favorite brand of beer in chat. If you're not a beer drinker, then type the name of your favorite root beer. I am a big fan of Grolsch from the Netherlands. It is yummo. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking for Gorsum. Free and cold. Wangling. Beer. Ooh, root beer. Double ooh. Edith Aldora, then just list your favorite beverage. Gussie Moose likes Sam Adams Pale Ale. Melik Dote likes Guinness. Mostly drinks water. Very sensible, Edith. Fort Point Citra Park is what's in the fridge, Gravity says. Hard Hit says, do I have to pick one? Okay, Hard Hit, just finish this sentence for me. Man, you know what sounds really good right now? Would be a cold, frosty blank. Tuxarama says Burr from Wildmer Brothers. Cleavebeard says close second would be Rouge Pale Ale. Hardit says Heineken, nice choice. Another Dutch beer. Any idea where I'm supposed to find this Gorsum? Zinger? Tuxramus agrees that it's hard to pick just one. Lawless Bacon asks, is this Erebor? This is Erebor. Interesting. Wallace Bacon says, this is my favorite place in Middle Earth. Cleavebeard lives in Oregon, microbrewery on every corner. Well, I'll just do what Hard Hit did and finish that sentence. You know what sounds good right now is an ice cold blank. Or a cold frosty blank. Technically, good beer shouldn't be drank at icy cold temperatures. Chilled, yes, but usually in the 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit range. I don't know how to get to this named guy.
Sorry, what's the name?
Gorsum. Gorsum, the Vault Keeper, agrees to help you find the necklace made from Scath's teeth.
Gorsum is like in the tavern area of the hall, on the left side, on the left side as you approach the, as you're approaching the throne.
Well, that puts me in completely the wrong area. I'm down here looking in the mine tunnels for no reason. I'm not a smart man.
Oh yeah, never follow the quest tracker.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah, because it's like this area and that area are two separate maps, so it doesn't really work. It just bugs out.
Yep. Tuxramus and Cleavebeard are both Oregonians.
Gorsum should be right here.
And yet he's not. That might be part of the quest, is that I need to search for him. Why it says he's found at one of the older vaults in Erebor. Maybe I can share the quest. Do you remember this at all? Singer's already completed it.
I think I know like where the like locations are, so I can take you out. I'm sorry for questing.
Sir Waffle says, PA represent.
And make a left here.
Yingling is one of the oldest breweries in all of America.
This is one of the locations in the vault. Is there a guy here?
Yep.
All is well, and yet not all.
Talk to Frothy. Lore Master Frothy.
He's probably one of the guys like along.
Yeah, he's right here.
How I love the ringing of dwarf hammer. Greetings, friend.
Oh, it's another single quest. Back in a jiff. Tidguy Ale is one I like. Not big on the bacon one.
Frothy, a dwarvish lore master familiar with both Skatha and the Weeping Warrior, wishes to examine what remains of the dragon necklace.
Vision comes over me, unbidden.
All is well, and yet not all. Greetings, friend. A glorious day.
Find Dragok's bones. Find Thorig's bones. Find Bregmore's bones. Epilogue, Trail of Rust. Alright, shall we head outside?
Sure.
Can you go to the treasure room? I don't know. Can we go to the treasure room?
Judgment.
Unfortunately, we have a timed quest and we have to coincide with dusk. Or after dusk. So right now we have to go meet Dory.
The Titan bar says that in 1 minute it should be gloaming, so that follows dusk.
Perfect. Say they're going to be right here.
I think they're off. Yeah, I think they're off to the side. They find that tree over there. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm gonna see them because I probably can cross over. But in about a minute or so, it should change. Pick one.
I have mail. Hey, the party's here. Dory has gathered his company beneath a tree on the banks of the river. Alright, what am I supposed to be doing with the treasure? Carry the share of Dory's treasure to Eric at Ravenhill. We ride for Ravenhill, except for me who has to run.
Oh, on the radio?
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Did you put me on follow? Where's the tallest cliff?
Tux Ramish and Cleavebeard continue to compare notes on Oregon micropubs and taverns.
See you, Pont.
Ponton says, off for now. Have fun storming the castle. Ponton, have a terrific night, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you again sometime this weekend. Take care.
I think there was a raven somewhere around here that you talked to.
Arca, daughter of Cror, Raven Chief. Please, Raven, search the Grey Mountains. Find Dory and company on the road. We ride for the road. I'm stuck on a rock. Quest
must have
guide
been
showing them behind us.
I don't know. I probably don't see him.
Do you want me to try following them?
I'm following you, so wherever you go.
Alright. Well, if I'm leading, we're probably in trouble.
Unless they're like, if they're on the road toward Mithrin, then unless we can go down this way, which might be steep.
What, do you want to live forever?
It also might be a invisible.
Yeah, at this point we're looking for a trail down.
The trail down is like you go back toward Raven Hill, and then you go. There's a trail that leads off from there.
Okay. I'm beginning to understand why I heard so many complaints about trying to traverse this area. Ooh, I found a treasure cache. Jade Gemstone, you're going to want to come grab this.
It's okay, I'm good.
Okay. Why am I not surprised that that was your response? Lost in the Woods, the Big Ed Mustafa story.
They are. Yeah, so this road here will lead you onto the Mithrin.
It's going to swing around to the right sharply here. Yep. Big bear. This guy's got 3 more quests for me. Pick them up.
All is well, and yet not all. We are dwarves and the folk of Durin. Stand
Don't worry, I just
Hear
did
my
a hunter
words.
thing and accidentally pulled.
Heard Mithrin Beast Slayer. Oh, the new crafting mats. Nice.
I think I might have done like a couple of quests in here, just to the first camp, and then I think I stopped on this character.
Okay. Sir Waffles says, everybody, I'm heading out. Good night and have fun. Sir Waffles, you have a delightful evening, and hopefully we'll talk to you later this weekend.
Yeah. What's the thing you have to kill? Is it the deer or
Wolf pelts and bear pelts.
wolves and bears?
Oh yay, aggressive birds. That always makes for fun travel. What was I even over here? Wild berries. What am I going to throw away to be able to pick up Ironfold Scarn is the question.
Essences.
Ah, they're worth more than the jade gem.
I'll give you a gold to throw at each essence.
Even my Clairol herbal essence?
Sure.
I know Mrs. Mustafa's making a noise. I can't tell what noise.
It sounded like she had beans for dinner, but I don't know what she did.
Could be. She actually made pasta. She just tossed some spaghetti lightly with butter and garlic, and a little bit of red pepper, and then tossed in some shrimp, which she did not devein.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, it's a little gritty, but not bad. It's more of a texture problem than a flavor problem. Tux Rambus is heading out. Bedtime for me too. Have a great stream and thanks for the fun. Tux Rambus, have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Are you excited to be collecting ore again?
We'll see.
I think the bears are scattered somewhere along the edges in weird places or something.
Just out here picking up berries and pine cones. I think you stole my kill.
That's gonna give me a higher score at the end of the game.
Yep.
Something battle pass level.
Gussie Moose is still watching. I had no part of that kill.
It tripped over itself. I was simply giving it mercy.
I'm saddened and ashamed by my fellowship being involved in that. Also, venison is delicious, and that was just a make-believe deer. Server will spawn more. I need to tag 20 road markers currently.
Mm-hmm. At least it should be pretty easy to find, considering they're all.
It's Still, 20 of them seems unnecessarily tedious.
Oh, there's the bears. Maybe the bears were just further up the road.
Ooh, I found the REM circle. Deer jerky, right? Oh good, not only are the birds aggressive, but they make you bleed profusely. Because that's super fun.
Hey, don't complain. You guys do 10% more damage.
That's true. I can kill stuff with my fishing pole now. Like roving threats. We get Mustafa Pimpan's Rot Spittle for 12 million damage. Ooh, that's bear pelts. So these aren't just bears, they're evil bears. I like it. Oh, I was going to attack a bear. I'll attack that one.
It makes it more like moral to kill them. Not feeling hope.
Nope, and now I got a worm on me. A Mithrin worm. New deed, Arid Mithrin Dragonkind Slayer. Indeed, there do be dragons. Arid Mithrin Beast Slayer complete already? Nice. Find Dom Goru. Did I miss some road markers? Nice. Okay, I'm good on pelts. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to mention that was pretty funny. We were talking about how old everybody is. Man, did I feel old today. For one thing, I wanted to complain because this license to fish that I printed off myself, $38 for a resident annual fishing permit. That's getting up there a ways. So I was surprised that my fishing permit was that expensive. But I was laughing because I obviously signed up online and printed it myself. And they were like, would you like to examine your account? I'm like, sure. And I was surprised because they actually keep records of like when the last time you had a fishing license was and stuff. And I was like, 2015, 2009. And then I was like, Hunty Safety Training. They actually had records for my outdoor education field trip from 1980. And I was able to actually look up my certificate that they gave us for completing the outdoor education hunter safety course. And I can reprint it to hang on my wall if I would like another copy. I was like, holy crap. So if you're wondering how old I am, I was old enough to shoot a .22 rifle in 1980. I'm old enough that they used to have kids shoot rifles at a school event. You can imagine such a thing now. Not gonna lie, these goat rams look delicious. I would like to get one and barbecue it if we can. Alright, do we want to go back and finish collecting pine cones and berries?
Yeah, sure, you can go on back. I'm just trying to see if we can finish Beast Slayer before we even hit an encampment.
That'd be nice. We've got to be pretty close. Oh, I might have a fishing area. It looks like dragon bones. What do we got
Barbie
down here?
dragons in these hills.
Yeah. The best kind of dragons, the dead kind. Apparently dragons create fairly large craters when they hit. One cold drake down.
Nice.
Yeah, they know you. Well, that's what was interesting about it was, I mean, of course, I wanted to apply for the resident instead of the non-resident permit. And they wanted my last name, date of birth, and the last four of my social. And they pulled up my address and phone number and everything from the driver's license database, which I thought was interesting. Gray Mountain Ram. Oh, I ruined it. I came to an encampment.
Well met. We are dwarves and the folk of Durin. All is well, and yet not all.
We don't have a ton of services here.
All is well, and yet not all.
Okay, nobody tell Zinger I did that.
Excuse me?
Hmm?
Oh, I'll sell some essences with you.
Ooh, I even pulled my first tier 11 essence. Is that 12?
Yeah, there's 11s and 12s.
That's
Since
an
starting,
essence of healing.
yeah, since we came in here, I already have like 4 essences in my bag. That's all. The landscape ones you get from Minas Morgul actually aren't bound at all, so you can like sell them. I assume you can sell.
It should be the same way. I don't know too many essences have ever been bound unless you craft them. There's no milestone here?
Probably not. I mean, this is just like a small encampment. This isn't.
Right.
Yeah, we're not too far away from Scarhold, which is the main hub of this.
Alright, well I was thinking this might actually be a good time to call it, and we can go find somebody else who's playing Lotro to raid and say hi to. This work for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. See if we can find somebody who's actually entertaining in streaming Lotro. We've got SG4E, Too Old to Game, Mythclus, I'll pull that over to the big monitor, Destian Gaming, Royal Jester, Bell and the Wise, Marbuddy Easy, Joe Black. Looks like Joe Black might be streaming multilingually. Too Old to Game is safe for hosting. Thank you, Eldolith. I've hosted SG4E before, too. He seems plenty chill. And I want to say Destian Gaming sounds familiar. We've hosted him on here before. He's family friendly. Too Old to Game it is. If Eldolith is giving me the thumbs up, that's where we'll go. Sweet looking glasses head. Hi, Delarfin. These might be Dollar Tree readers, actually. Too Old to Game for the win. Let's go over and say hi if you're not already following Too Old to Game. Throw him a follow. Thank him for streaming Lotro. You guys have a great night. Zinger, thank you for running with me. And everybody have a great weekend and enjoy the weather as it continues to improve. And I'll be around this weekend on my channel, probably playing Lotro tomorrow. And I usually play Tuesdays and Wednesdays also. So come by and say hello and watch plenty of Lotro stream content this weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
How are you guys doing? Thanks for hanging out for sure.